I think these first couple of rounds will tell the tale. The aggressiveness of Dawson, how well does Tarver counterpunch? I think it's going to be all important.
The champion Antonio Tarver in the silver with the black trim. Chad Dawson, the favored challenger in the blue, black, and silver trunks. Dawson comes in with a very definite plan. Tarver, as Al pointed out, basically reacts. He and his team do not watch tapes. They feel that Tarver's skill, will, strength, and experience have gotten him this far. Why change now? Smacking right hooks by Dawson to get things going.
You know, Tarver came out advancing and continues to advance. Chad Dawson doing something a little different, moving around and backwards a little bit.
Yeah, look for Dawson to do a lot of moving, try to keep a fast pace, try to wear the older Tarver out. Dawson has to watch for Tarver's strong left hand and uppercut. And you pointed out, particularly after throwing the hook.
You can see in round one, Chad Dawson committed to go to the body. They believe that's the ticket to get to Tarver.
Straight left, just missed by Dawson. Both tactical fighters, but Tarver more defensive-minded. Fights in spurts, does what he has to do to win. Dawson more aggressive. But Dawson doesn't look for the knockout. He just tries to win each round.
We see early in this match more combination punching from Chad Dawson. We expect that.
Tarver's never been stopped. Minute to go in the opening round.
If there's a surprise here in this first round, it is that Tarver's moving forward more than I would have thought he might.
Yeah, he usually lays back. There is a combination, but it was blocked by the gloves of Tarver.
See early the hand speed of Chad Dawson. If there's a big edge in this fight for him, it's that.
And you're right, Tarver coming forward early. You know, usually he's a very deliberate starter. We usually don't see this from him.
And it's not to say he's definitely winning this first round, but he is attacking. And there's that uppercut that we talked about.
A good body shot with the uppercut. Missing wildly with the straight left. That's his signature punch, Tarver. And Dawson making Tarver miss there. Very elusive and fast. Chad Dawson. More than a feeling out process in the opening round.
Okay, relax, T. Here we go, baby. Take your time, baby. Move your jab. Cut the man off the floor. Understand? Fair him a lot. Understand? Jerk him a lot. We got to go to his body. I know you got to get in your rhythm. So let me give you some water. What's the buckets?
That's all. That's all. Same thing. Speed kills, baby. Give him some water. Water. Looking good, baby. Looking good. Take a drink, baby. Straight. Okay. Move that head side to side. Slip and slide. That's what you got to do. Perfect. Perfect.
Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, like the venerable Jimmy Williams, but Tarver is probably the perfect trainer right now for Chad Dawson.
Yeah, former light heavyweight champ, as you pointed out. He's been through all this. He's able to counsel him not only on the X's and O's, but going through this process.
And the latest stuff he's been working on with Dawson, improving his focus and defense. Round two. Let's get it over to Jim Gray. Jim.
All right, Steve, it was interesting. With all the talking that Antonio Tarver did, it was Chad Dawson who had the last word. It was Dawson saying to Tarver right before the fight, "No more time for talking, Antonio. It's time to go to work." Steve?
All right, Jim, and that is exactly what Chad Dawson is doing, and really out of character for Dawson.
And Antonio Tarver, famous for his final line to Roy Jones, which we chronicled earlier. There were excuses, Roy. You know, the right hook of Chad Dawson is more readily available to him as a good punch than some might have thought it would be in this fight. He's landed several to the head of Antonio Tarver.
These guys shared the same fight card in April. Dawson said he's more emboldened by his fight. There's a beautiful right uppercut. Right on the, I believe it hit the chin of Chad Dawson. And now here's a flurry by Dawson. Oh, excellent uppercut by Chad Dawson. That is finding a home, and then he followed up with a left.
Yeah, this fight hinges on the hand speed and combination punching of Dawson, as opposed to the one punch that could turn this around a little bit for Antonio Tarver.
Tarver having to...
One of the things, and you've been around, oh, there's that hook again. It's so impressive for Dawson. You've been around so many sports. One thing you can't tell when you watch video is how fast somebody is, whether it's a football player, basketball, or boxing. Speed, you can't tell when you watch video. Antonio Tarver couldn't really gauge the speed of Dawson.
And he doesn't watch tapes anyway.
Yeah, exactly, but he's seen him fight live.
You threw a low one.
Eddie Mustafa said speed kills, and Chad Dawson following through.
Right now, the combination punching and speed of Dawson is winning the day. We're very early in this fight, of course.
And you got to remember, Dawson comes off a grueling fight with Glenn Johnson. But he came away feeling mentally stronger and physically stronger from that fight. And he's showing it here.
The other thing that's different here is Antonio Tarver is the aggressor. That's different for him.
He may rethink that. And Dawson continues to connect.
It's going to get easier, but keep your focus. Don't lose your focus. Double and triple them jabs up, move that head side to side, and step around like you do it. That's all. He's too old, Judge. The game is over, but I need them hands up.
The combination punching, we've talked about it. He doesn't throw just one punch at a time. That was a 5-punch combination. Everything did not land, but at the tail end is when you get those punches in. And here again, a creative combination, a right uppercut and a straight left, and nothing coming back from Tarver there, who normally would counter that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Come on, get the.
Tarver most vulnerable to overhand rights. Remember, Dawson a natural right-hander with good power in the right. He became a lefty to emulate his dad, a former fighter who's in his corner, Rick.
Jimmy Williams pointed out that Antonio Tarver they want Dawson to throw all his punches so they can counter off of them. So far in this fight, Antonio's not been able to do that as well as he would like.
Right now, Chad Dawson just brimming with confidence, looking very sharp over the first 2+ rounds. There's another right hand. There's that right we talked about by Dawson. Oh, another great right hand right on the jaw. And then flicking that jab right through the defense of Tarver.
And here's the irony of this fight. It's Dawson who's counter-punching better than Tarver right now. Tarver's coming to him, and Dawson is counter-punching.
Giving Tarver a little taste of his own medicine.
Yep. Total reversal in normal form.
Tarver's punches just pity-pat, but Dawson's punches have a lot of power behind them. Now it's Tarver coming forward. Tarver usually likes to lure you to the ropes, and it's, and then lure you into his power. Good uppercut, left hand there by Tarver.
That's the punch, and it got Dawson's attention. Let's see how much impact that had against Dawson. That was a good uppercut by Tarver. Chad Dawson coming back from it.
This is the most, at least lately, we have seen of Tarver coming forward.
Great straight left. Now Tarver turning on the power.
Now we've got a fight.
Oh, yeah.
With a minute to go in round 3, things heating up. It's not as one-sided anymore.
Tarver's landing the uppercut and the straight left hand in this round, and that's changing things.
Suddenly becoming more competitive, more interesting.
Fun round. Very skillfully fought fight, too, I might add. This comes under the who'da thunk it category of Dawson luring Tarver in and trying to counterpunch, but Dawson's finding a home now for that straight left. Or Tarver, excuse me. Left punch is coming from Dawson.
And Dawson missing with the right. Final seconds of the 3rd round. A turnaround here for Antonio Tarver in round 3.
Take a deep breath, baby. Relax. Now you're coming on. That's what we got to put the pressure on. Go behind the jab. If not jab, I want you to be slipping and move. Go to the body.
Chad Dawson started out this round as he did the first 2 rounds. Counterpunching very effectively. That's the right hook, and there's the combination punching that we saw, and the right hook's been a very effective weapon for him. However, this is the punch that ultimately could be a game changer if he lands it right. That was a pretty good uppercut by Tarver. It didn't land perfect.